Well, hey, what is up? My name is Freed, and this is Freed's First Time. If you're new to the channel, I just am your average fella that likes to listen to music, talk about whiskey, and laugh. And that seems something you'd be interested in. Maybe consider subscribing, or at least give me one of those thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, today, we're heading to Scotland for a 15-year-old Glenfarclas. I'm pretty excited about this, actually, because I've enjoyed all of the other Glenfarclases that I have come across in my past. Now, opposed to the larger font on this bottle, it says it's a Highland single malt. It's actually a Speyside, but if you really think about it, I think aren't all Speysides Highlands, but not all Highlands are Speysides. I'm sure that's arguable, and I'm sure if people watched this, which they don't, there would be a minor debate about it in the comments section. But I don't have to worry about that. Right on. So, just a friendly reminder, when the bottle says an age statement on it, does not mean that all of the whiskey or the alcohol in said bottle is that age. That means the youngest whiskey in this bottle specifically is 15 years old. This could have older whiskey in it. It might not. Now, Glenfarclas Distillery has been run by the Grant family for the last 5 generations. And it's at 46%, and the reason being is that's how Grandpa Grant preferred it. And if that's true, I'm sure it is. I'm sure that there's some truth to that, and I think it's really, really cool. But also, it might be kind of a marketing tool to kind of double down on the whole family distillery thing. And hey, no judgment here. I dig it. Because it just happens to be the same ABV that leaves chill filtration, in the wayside. It's unnecessary after that percentage. So, yeah, Granddaddy liked it that way. Fine, cool. Now, this has been aged in ex-bourbon and ex-sherry barrels. Specifically, I'm told Oloroso and Fino. And I guess one of the Grant boys actually goes to Spain personally and has his favorite bodega where he goes and he picks by hand the sherry barrels that he wants to use to age his whiskey. That's pretty rad. I dig that. You gotta admire that, taking a hands-on approach. Cool, right on. So, one little asterisk I think I need to throw in there, and this sucks, and I really apologize to anybody watching in the States, is this can't be bought stateside. You know what, maybe it can, but there will be just an absurd markup, as most secondhand retailers do stateside, unfortunately. So, this whole thing, let it be with a grain of salt. If you're in the States, of course, let this whole thing be with a grain of salt. If you can find it, or at least a pour of it, give it a shot. You're gonna want to, I have a feeling, after hearing all the awesome things I have to say about this. Now, let's hop in on the whiff, shall we? Now, full disclosure, when I was doing my first real sit down with this yesterday, I shit you not, I spent 20 minutes with my nose in this glass. It's sublime. I could not get enough of it. I kept finding new things, and the things that I did find, I didn't want them to go away because they were just so well done, and I just had so much fun. And I think I might have overpoured. What do you think? Overpour. That's not my vocabulary. Anyways, sorry, that's just, oh yeah, come here. I'm gonna put this in my nose now. That's so good. I mean, sherry, very malty. I'm getting, it's like a fudgy sherry cream, chocolate covered cherries, raisins. Okay, bear with me. Raisins, like a bag of raisins that's been mixed up with pencil shavings. Honeysuckle that was sprinkled with like baking cinnamon, not like chewing gum or red hot cinnamon. I'm talking about like baking cinnamon. She's a beauty. I can't stress that enough. This nose is spectacular. All right, so don't waste any more of your time. Let's go in there. Come back. Sorry, I'm not pouring it for you. I did pour it in advance because I do believe in the whole letting it open up and sit for a little bit of while. Maybe not the whole cliche, year in the cask, minute in the glass, but sometimes. But for the record, in my opinion, letting it sit and open up for a while does have its advantages opposed to just pouring it and knocking it back right away. Anyways, sorry. On the palate, it's, the mouthfeel for me is perfect. It's ideal. It's creamy, like creamy sherry. And then the sherry, the way the sherry hits me personally is, I get kind of like a new toy, like a plasticky, not in a negative way in any way, shape, or form, but a plasticky, like new toy type of vibe. And I really dig it because it kind of goes in and hits the nostalgia button in my soul. And that means a lot to me. I'm getting some rum-soaked raisins. Milk chocolate. It's classy. It's Moorish. When I was doing my notes originally, I just kept pouring it and didn't even think about pouring it. It was just like, I need more of this. I need more of this. It was so fantastic. And for the price, I paid 61 bucks for this. For a 15-year-old single malt, $15, or sorry, $61. That is a great price. If you can find that anywhere outside the States, of course. Sorry. Gobble it up. It's fantastic. And I'm gonna share with you in a minute some of the other 15-year-old single malts that are on the market today. And the prices just, they're gonna be shocking. I want some more. Golly, this is so good. She's lovely. For the price, my goodness. It's so, so nice. The finish is long. It's fairly dry, in my opinion. I'm getting, it's a bit woody, like woody prunes. A little bit of tobacco, like cigarette tobacco, not like the really stronger cigar tobacco or anything. And some slightly bitter as well. Some of the reviews that I read, or some of the tasting notes that I read, said that some people found like a really slight faint peat smoke kind of vein through there, and multiple times sitting with this, I've yet to find it. So, which doesn't mean it's not there. It could quite possibly be there, but my palate can't find it. Doesn't mean anything. Okay, well, I'm gonna read these whiskeys off to you and just, think about it. Because I was looking them up, and it was astonishing on how expensive whiskey is getting. It's crazy, man. Okay, ready? Here we go. Glenallachie 15, $80 US. Macallan 15. I'm gonna just not say 15 anymore. Can you just assume? $76. Wait, no, shit. 118 for the Macallan. Glendronach 76. Tamdhu 90. Tam, dude. That was bad. I'm sorry. Old Pulteney 72. Dalmore 90. The only ones that were actually under the price of this were the Glenfiddich 15-year-old Solera and the Glenlivet 15 French Oak. I've had them both. They're both 40%. They probably could have benefited at a higher ABV. Not probably could have. They fucking could have. They absolutely, excuse my language, they absolutely could have benefited being at a higher ABV. Because, I mean, being at 40 is just, nah, man, it's just diluted it all. It's all the fun stuff was taken away. And I didn't really like them. I still have, I bought the Glenfiddich 15, what was it? No, sorry, the Glenlivet 15 like a year and a half ago, and I'm still got half a bottle left. Just not something I care to go back to. So those are the only ones that are even in the realm of the price of this, and this is 46. And, end of conversation, in my opinion. For the price, the quality is untouched. And that's that. And a song that I found, perfect pairing for this, is 1976, Al Green, Take Me to the River. Most people my age, when they hear that song, they're gonna automatically go to the cover, which is awesome in its own right. Don't get me wrong, I love the band. The Talking Heads cover of Take Me to the River, which is just a great song. But now we're talking about the 1976 Al Green, Take Me to the River. It's beautiful, it's melodic, but it's also a toe tapper that just gets you kind of wiggly, and that's exactly how I feel about this whiskey personally. There's a link to that song down in the description if you have not heard it. It's fantastic. It's Al fucking Green, man. How could it be bad? It's so good. Right on. Well, that's all I have for this one. So thank you so much for coming by. I do appreciate it. I do know, like I always say, I do know there are mountains of whiskey tubers on here, and you've chosen to watch me. So thank you very, very much. And I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, or at least gave me one of these babies. And we'll see you again soon. Take it easy.